Hey guys, I hope you are all doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about how I would personally budget a £61,000 annual salary. So far I have done multiple videos about budgeting, different salaries, and some of them have had different scenarios, but the idea is generally just to give you an idea of how you could potentially budget if you were on that salary. Now, everybody's circumstances will be completely different, of course. So what I do is just an example, and it's just to give you ideas. You will, of course, have to tailor it according to your life and everything else. But it's just simply to give you some inspiration of what does budgeting look like and what does it entail. So far I have done a video like this for a £21,000 salary, a £31,000, a £41,000, £51,000 salary, and so today is a £61,000 salary, and I will be doing a £71,000 salary shortly. I try to do videos based on salaries that I have been in the region of. I think it's helpful to sometimes speak from personal experience. So I won't do a £120,000 salary because I don't earn that right now. So, if I get to that stage, then I'll do those type of videos. But yeah, today we'll be focusing on a £61,000 salary. Now, there are a few things to take into consideration. I am making a few assumptions based on today's video. So the first assumption is that this will be a single person. So they are single, living by themselves, no kids. The next assumption is that they are living in the southeast of England. So that's currently where I live as well. But yeah, those are the two main assumptions, I would say. Now, the first thing that I really want to point out with this salary is that is, of course, over the higher rate tax threshold. So once you earn over £50,000 per year in the UK, you then hit the 40% tax bracket. So it's not that all of your income will be taxed at 40%, but anything over £50,000 will then be taxed at 40%. So 40%, of course, is a lot of money. It's pretty much half of your money going towards taxes. So one thing that I think is really important to do for this type of salary is to increase your pension contribution as much as possible. So as you can see on my screen now, assuming a £61,000 yearly salary, I have assumed a 10% pension contribution. So of course this is equivalent to £6,100 a year, which is about £508 a month. So once I hit around this salary, for me, I automatically upped my pension contributions to 10% because I don't really want to be taxed 40% on all of my income above 50,000. So the great thing about this is it kind of takes off the top a little bit. So any pension contributions that you make, it comes off the higher part of your salary that is taxed higher, and that goes into a pension pot, and you actually don't pay tax on that. So you'll get tax relief, whether that is something that you have to sort out yourself because you're putting money into a SIP, or whether it's just done through your employer, you get that tax back. So that is a big, big win. So at this salary, I would say at least 10% of a pension contribution is preferable. So as you can see, as of July 2022, the take-home pay per month after the pension contribution, the tax, the national insurance would be around £3,363 per month. So I have put that into my budget spreadsheet. So there we go. We've got the net income of £3,363. So the first category that we're going to look at is household bills. So as I said, this is in the southeast of England. I had a quick look on Rightmove to get an idea of what rent prices would be for a one-bedroom flat or studio, decent looking one-bedroom flats and studios. And what I found in the southeast is generally you could get something for £1,100. So that's what I've put in for the rent amount. Again, this is not a split bill, so it is quite a bit higher than I think I would personally like to pay at this salary, only because there are no bills that are being split. So on top of mortgage and rent, I've put £150 for council tax, utilities, £200. This is taking into consideration the increased cost of living. So a one-bedroom flat hopefully would be a bit less than this, but I know for myself, my electric and gas bills have tripled or doubled, nearly tripled. So, you know, what you could have maybe got for £90 a while ago is now around probably the £200 region. So that's why I've put as high as that. I put £35 for broadband and TV and £14 for TV licence, depending on whether you decide to pay for that or not. But all of this comes to a total of £1,499, which is equivalent to 45% of this person's whole income. That is a bit higher than what I would like to aim for. Realistically, living in the southeast of England, that is probably what you're looking to pay, around 40 to 50% of your income towards rent and household bills, and you're not splitting the bills with somebody else. Next, we've got groceries and food. So I've put £160 for the monthly food shop, which is £40 a week, which I think is still very doable with the increase of costs for food. Restaurant and takeaway, I put £100 a month, which is equivalent to £25 a week. Personally for me, when you live alone, I find that you do maybe get takeaway more because it's not as appealing to cook for yourself. But of course, this isn't the most cost efficient way of living, but I'm trying to be realistic again. So £100 a month, I think, is a fair budget. It could easily be way more than that if you are best friends with Deliveroo or Just Eat. But if you are able to really be strategic and put away specific amounts each month dedicated towards specific categories, such as restaurant and takeaways, then it is definitely manageable. Work lunches, I put £80 a month, so that's £20 a week. Depending on where you work, this could be very feasible, and also depending on what your work culture is. So the total for groceries and food is £340, which is equivalent to 10%, which I think is generally a nice place to be. Between 10 to 12% for food is reasonable. Now for transport, as this person lives alone and they live in the southeast, they will have probably some kind of pass. So I've assumed that this person lives somewhere in Greater London, and I looked at a zone 1 through 3 or zone 1 through 4 pass, I can't quite remember, but it came to a total of £174 per month. So I've just put that's it for transport. I think having a car on top of using public transport when you live alone, it doesn't really make much sense. So that's all I've put for transport. So that is equivalent to 5% of this person's salary, which again is a pretty nice place to be. For insurances, they don't have a car, so car insurance isn't relevant. House insurance or renter's insurance, I think, is good to have for anybody. Life insurance, again, this person is single with no dependents, so do they really need life insurance? Personally, for me, I wouldn't if I was single and I didn't have anybody else to consider. Mobile insurance, I think it's a nice to have. It's not always necessary, especially if you have a decent emergency fund, but I have put that in there at £15 a month. So overall, insurances come to 1%, which is personally, I like it to be in that less than 3% region. I don't want to spend too much on insurances, so I think that is a pretty good amount. Now for fun and subscriptions, I think somebody on a £61,000 annual salary should be able to have fun and should be able to have a few more luxuries in life. So here, for fun money, I have put £160, which is equivalent to £40 a week. Do remember that this is in addition to the £100 a month towards restaurant and takeaways. I feel like this budget is fair, should be doable, and you should be able to still have a good time with this. For the mobile phone, £15 a month, because I think really the best thing to do is hopefully buy a phone outright and then just pay for the SIM, which would be around £15 a month. Clothing, I've put £50 a month, which again I think is a reasonable budget, as well as self-care, £50 a month. Gym membership, £20 a month. Of course, if you want a more fancy gym, you want to go to Virgin Active Health Clubs or David Lloyd's, £20 a month is not going to cut it. This is just for the basic types of gyms. But I think you can kind of swing the budget for this fun and subscriptions. Maybe you don't have money for self-care, but you put it towards the gym, or you don't have money for clothing, but you put it towards the gym. But yeah, I've put £20 a month. Netflix, I've put £9 a month, and Spotify, £10 a month. So this is £314 a month, which is equivalent to 9% of this person's salary. I think 10% is a fair amount. And yeah, I think this is a pretty comfortable budget for somebody on this salary. So the budget spreadsheet that I'll be using today, you can purchase as well. So it's in the description down below. So you can either send me the money via PayPal and I will email you the budget spreadsheet, which works out slightly cheaper because I don't have to pay these stupid fees. Or if you prefer, you could just buy it via Etsy. I've had quite a few people buy my spreadsheet via Etsy now and good reviews. So thank you so much to all of those who have purchased so far and left good reviews. I'm so happy to know that this is a helpful tool for you and that you are enjoying it as much as I am. But yeah, if you are interested, then you can purchase it, or alternatively, you could kind of just take some inspiration from this budget spreadsheet and create your own. Now for giving and donating, I've just kind of gone based off of what I try to do. So I like to give 10% of my income or my salary every month and tithe it, but you may donate it or do whatever else you want to do. But that's equivalent to £336. So that's 10% of the income. So you can see here, that's 10%, pretty clean cut. I know for some people this will seem like a huge amount to give or donate, especially if you don't give anything. But personally for me, giving is a part of my values, my morals, and I really think it's what makes the world go around. So yeah, this is an important category for me to include in the budget. Now for the life events and sinking funds, I love this category because I think it's so important. So I've put £35 a month toward birthdays. This is whoever it may be, but you could put it much higher depending on the types of gifts that you buy for people. But I think £35 is a reasonable amount. £200 a month towards vacations, or holidays. So at the end of the year, you'll have £2,400 in total to spend on holidays or vacations. For a single person, this is reasonable because you'll either be able to do one really nice holiday or two nice but not so fancy holidays. So I think that's fair for somebody on this salary. And Christmas, I put £30 a month. Again, this person doesn't have dependents, so that should be sufficient. They'll have over £300 by the time they hit Christmas. And then car service is not relevant because, yeah, they don't have a car. So in total, this comes to 8%. Again, anywhere I think between that 8 to 10% is a good range to work towards. Now for this person, I haven't put any payments towards debt because this is making the assumption that this person is debt-free, they don't have credit cards, or when they use credit cards, they pay off in full every month. Of course, people do have debt, so this may not be realistic to somebody on this salary. So if you do have debt, then maybe your investment and your savings would go towards your debt until you've cleared that, and then you would start working on investments and savings. £100 a month towards the emergency fund. Hopefully they'll have some money stashed away already, but I think if you could just keep building that emergency fund and put £100 a month, especially when you take out and you can put back in, then I think that's a good place to be. And then I've put £300 a month towards investments, whether that's £300 towards a LISA because you're looking to buy a home at some point, or whether that's £300 into a stocks and shares ISA just because you want to invest into the stock market. I think this is a good amount to aim for. So this is equivalent to £400 a month, which is 12% of this person's income. So again, they're putting 10% away every month towards their pension and 12% away into investment and savings. So that's 22% every single month that's going towards their future. And I think at this salary, this is what you should try to aim for if possible. But as you can see, the total has come to £3,358. So that's with a surplus of £5 a month. That could go towards anything. But yeah, let's put it towards maybe the mobile phone plan, £20 a month. So now we're at zero. So all of the income is accounted for. Every single penny is going somewhere, which I think is so important to do when you're budgeting. Really helps you to have full control of your money, of your finances, and for you to decide where you want your money to go. Do you want it to go towards getting rid of debt, towards your future? Do you want to have a bit of fun? Are you saving towards a holiday? Are you needing to put some money towards a car or anything like that? You can decide where every single penny is going every single month. So that is it for today's video. I hope you found this a really helpful and useful and maybe inspirational video for you to start thinking about how you could budget your salary. that is in the region of £61,000 per year. I've got lots of other budgeting videos, so feel free to check those out if you want some other ideas of different salary ranges. And yeah, I'm going to end this video here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video real soon.